am.
Now YouTube censored. Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Casey, South Carolina. A suspect wanted in an early Sunday morning murder in Casey who was considered to be armed and dangerous by authorities has been caught. Derek Davon Sly, 28, was captured in Richland County. Authorities say he was wanted for shooting 2 people, one of whom died, on the 1700 block of Stoll Street. Lexington County Coroner Margaret Fisher identified the victim as Miss Marquita Latasha Mobley, 33, of Casey, who was pronounced dead at the scene as the result of apparent gunshot wounds. An autopsy has been scheduled for the 20th of November, 2017. The investigation is ongoing.
A light breeze sweeps through Fayette Circle in eastern Henrico. That's what neighbors are used to feeling on this crisp fall day. But that experience was drastically different. Following the deadly shooting neighbors spotted around 1 Saturday morning when officers converged on this block following a 911 call for a double shooting.
I'm not shocked. Of course, you really want to know where it was located.
This man declined to show his face, telling us he owns a home in the neighborhood.
When you find it so close to the neighborhood that you grew up in, then you become, well, I seen this coming. There was so many different people in and out the house, it was hard to get to know 1 or 2 people.
Crime Insider sources say the deadly shooting stemmed from a domestic situation. Sources say the mother was killed and her son, a Verina High School student, was shot while protecting his mom. Sources telling us the suspect is Darrell Williams. Minutes after the shooting, state police arrested a Darrell Williams of Richmond during a traffic stop on I-64 eastbound in New Kent County. Troopers say the 33-year-old was driving erratically and swerving across the center line in the highway. They say Williams attempted to elude police, lost control, spun out on the highway, and ran away on foot. The troopers later caught him and say they recovered a handgun from inside of Williams' vehicle. He faces a list of charges including felony eluding, driving with a suspended and revoked license, drug possession, and gun charges. Back at Fayette Circle, neighbors are thinking of the victim's family and the violence that happened in this neighborhood.
My prayers are with them. Somebody got to stand up. Somebody got to come out here and say, no, enough is enough.
In Henrico, Sandra Jones, CBS 6 News.
Breaking news, nigga. It's breaking news.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind. Nigga, please.
Oh, hell no.
Fight their asses.
This just in, out of Miami Beach, police have arrested this man, 24-year-old Nigel Gainey, suspected of an armed robbery earlier this week. He's been charged with armed robbery and aggravated assault.
Let's take you to the disturbing video. This shocking attack caught on camera. It happened early Tuesday morning near 19th Street and Collins Avenue, again on Miami Beach. The victim beaten, her purse snatched. Police believe 2 other people are also involved. They took off in a 2016 silver Nissan Rogue. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at that number right there, 305-471-TIPS.
Melissa, or Missy Bardo's family, says they feared the worst after they reported her missing last Friday when she missed her 6-year-old daughter's kindergarten graduation. Tonight, 3 men charged, that family grieving.
It's just unbearable that I have to bury my beautiful 26-year-old daughter.
She was a beautiful soul. She was a great mother.
Melissa Bartow's family feared the worst all weekend. Police had already arrested her boyfriend, Ishamer Ramsey, over the weekend and charged him with homicide. Last night, a Lawrence County farmer discovered her body.
That's the closure they needed. They knew she was dead, but, you know, with anything else, unless you have the body, and there's always that ounce of hope. And they needed that closure.
Police believe Ramsey and Bartow got into an argument in his car. The criminal complaint says he shot her 3 times while she was in his passenger seat. When police arrested Ramsey, the passenger seat of his car and floor carpeting was missing, and the car smelled like bleach. This morning, police also arrested this man, 23-year-old James Howard George, and charged him with tampering with a corpse and conspiracy. This afternoon, another man whose name we're still working to learn faces similar charges. Police say Ramsey purchased rope and tarp at a Walmart. It was discovered at the scene in Lawrence County. Melissa Bardo's brother.
I want to thank the local law enforcement. I want to thank the state police. You guys, I know you worked around the clock trying to find her. We all appreciate it from the bottom of our heart.
At the end of today's news conference, Bartow's father had this message for all families before he left.
When you go home tonight, hug your child.
Your kids.
Give them a hug.
Yeah.
It may be the last one you ever do.
We did learn a little bit more about possible red flags in the relationship between Melissa Bardo and Ishmael Ramsey, who's accused of killing her. Much more on that tonight at 6, as well as why state police says there could be more arrests in this case. We're outside state police headquarters in Butler. David Kaplan, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Right now, a murder suspect is behind bars in the trial after a chase in Winston-Salem.
Let's get to Jared Hill in the newsroom with those details. And Jared, this was not an accident that police ended up coming across this suspect.
No, not at all. Winston-Salem police say that a tip from the community helped them find a suspect in a 2015 murder case that had gone cold. Around noon today, the SWAT team was acting on information telling them where Devontae Francis was. They tried to block him in, but he was able to drive away. Investigators say that Francis ran a red light at the intersection of Germantown Road at Patterson Avenue and crashed into another vehicle. Now, the only person hurt in this situation was Francis, minor injuries, but he was taken to the hospital to be checked out. Now, investigators say that he was wanted for the August 2015 murder of Kendrick Smith. Smith was shot and killed in front of a house on East Devonshire Street. They say that someone who saw the department's video profiling 2015 homicide cases called to let them know where Francis was and that he would be back in the area. And police are also hoping that this situation can be an example to help stir up tips in other unsolved homicides. The most recent one that happened this week to be an example of that. Live in the studio, I'm Jared Hill.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more and interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.